Hi everyone, I'm Helen. This is a 45-minute all levels vinyasa class, and our focus today will be creating flexibility in your body. But thinking about flexibility, a lot of us have this idea of hyper-flexibility or these crazy bendy yogis, and for some people that can be a barrier to coming into yoga. So they'll say, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga, and really we're finding our own level of flexibility in our body and also focusing on stability and strength to create flexibility in a safe way. So if you know that you're not flexible, we'll create a little bit of space, but don't feel like it has to be super bendy or putting yourself into a pretzel. And if you are very flexible, maybe today you focus on backing off and creating a little bit more strength and stability, slowly building into your own range of motion. That being said, we'll try out some poses that will maybe challenge your flexibility a little bit. See if they work for you. If not, just play with the steps leading up and know that poses and shapes are just that, ways to express your body, to challenge yourself, but ultimately our practice is about the awareness and the things that we learn along the way about ourselves. We'll get started in a standing position, so you can find your way to the top of your mat. Feet can be together, hip distance, wider, whatever feels best for you. Close your eyes. Give yourself a moment to move around a little bit. That might be shifting forward and back, side to side, finding your own neutral. Scan through your body from your feet all the way up to the top of your head, and pay attention to any areas that are talking to you and notice what they're saying. Tightness, openness, tension, space, pain, discomfort. Try to meet those sensations with breath, and imagine you could send your breath into all of those places. If you're still moving, find a little bit of stillness. If you'd like, turn on your Ujjayi breath in and out through your nose, creating that audible sound sensation in the back of your throat, as if you're fogging up a mirror with your lips sealed. So it's a warm breath. It's a breath that connects body and mind, that powerful mind-body connection that we'll use in this practice. And then if there's any personal intention you'd like to set, a word or a feeling to guide you today, now's a good time to bring that to mind. You can keep your eyes closed or gently blink them open if they're closed, and take a few shoulder shrugs up, back, and down. Maybe you inhale, lift, exhale, release your shoulders down your back. Feel any of that crunchy sensation. If you know you have shoulder stuff, I'll give you some options to modify today. So feel free to do what feels best for you. We'll inhale, reach arms to the sky, or perhaps just straight out to the sides. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll take that a couple more times. Inhale, reach out and up or straight out. Exhale, palms together. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take your arms out wide in a T-shape inhale. As you exhale, draw your left arm across your chest. With your right hand, find your left forearm. Take a gentle stretch across your body. And you can totally stay like this, try to melt shoulders away from your ears. Or you can take this into a half cow face, left elbow up. Right hand finds your left tricep, a little bit of a stretch. Feel free to stay with just the arm stretch or take a little bend to your right side, finding space through your left side body into your waist, your intercostal muscles between your ribs, maybe underside of your shoulder. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. Release your arms. We'll take that to the other side. Arms out wide in a T, breathe in. Right arm stretches across your body, left hand finds your right arm. Relax your shoulders down. Stay like this, or take that half cow face, arm above, left hand finds your right tricep. Feel the stretch wherever you are. Stay, or a little bend to your left side. And if neither of these feel good, you can always take hands to hips or leave your arms by your sides. Just breathe into your waist and your ribs. And then back towards center. You can release your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Maybe you try reaching forward and up or out and up. Maybe you stay at shoulder heights. Exhale, dive forward, engage your core. Flat back takes you all the way down. Relax your head and neck. Take your feet hip distance if they're not quite there. Find a ragdoll variation. So that could be hands to opposite elbows. That could be hands to the back of your head, your neck, a gentle traction. Maybe hands just released to the ground. Move a little side to side, sway, bob, nod your head yes, shake it no. Release your hands if they're lifted. Hands to shins or hands to the ground. Take a halfway lift, breathe in, heart forward, crown of your head forward, shoulders slide down your back. And exhale, just fold. We'll take that a couple more times. Maybe knees are bent, maybe legs are straight. Find the variation that works for you. Inhale to lengthen, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, release it down. One more time, breathe in. Imagine even more space between your vertebrae, along your spine. And exhale, fold. Hands to your mat, fingertips down or palms flat. You decide, right foot steps back and lower your right knee down to your mat. You can stay with your hands down, bring your hands to your thigh or all the way up to the sky, depending on what your shoulders are saying. Try to engage your low belly. Gently scoop your tailbone under and then maybe let your hips sink a little bit forward. You might feel this in your right hip flexor. You might feel this someplace else. Maybe you can engage your right glutes. Find a little reciprocal inhibition, strong and stable on one side to create more opening on the other side. And then just breathe into it. One more round of breath. Release your hands toward the ground. Lift your back knee. You'll take your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale to lift. Exhale, open up your hip, bend your knee like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Some movement here, roll your ankle, bend and straighten, big circles with your knee. We'll come back here another time, at least once, if not twice. You can flip over for a wild thing now or later, but honor where your body is. Extend your legs straight, breathe in. Release your left foot down to meet your right, exhale. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, upper push-up. You can always drop your knees. I'll do that. We'll let Sam do the hard one. Hold as you exhale. Find strength through your core, your upper body. Inhale, little shift forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Hands off your mat. Tense your palms so just your fingertips are down. Elbows point up and back. Peel your chest off the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, lower yourself down. Doesn't have to be really high. We'll take two more. Inhale to gently lift, little ripple. Exhale to roll it back down. Notice what's happening with your neck. Breathe in, lift, hold it here. As you exhale, drop your left shoulder and look over your right. If that doesn't feel good, stay in the lift or lower back down. Inhale to center. Exhale, dip your right shoulder, look left. One more time in each direction. Breathe in. Breathe out, dip and twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale, other side. Back to center, breathe in. Lower as you exhale, hands come right below your shoulders. Press up to tabletop, hands and knees. And take your time to adjust. I usually have to walk my knees in. Fingers spread wide, shoulders stack over your wrists. Imagine and play with gripping the ground, so finding that hand connection. A little micro bend in your elbows, especially if you have a tendency to hyperextend. So an area we don't want a ton of flexibility, more strength. And then hips over your knees. Inhale to cow pose, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, send your heart forward through your arms, maybe a slight gaze up. Exhale to cat, scoop round, press the earth away. And then continue to move with your breath at your own pace. Arching and rounding. If you like, add a little side to side, a little head roll. Any other movements that feel good? Let's do one more. Come back to our neutral. Draw your knees together to touch. So this creates a little bit of a more centered place to balance from. We'll extend right leg straight back behind you. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, take your right leg out to the right. Toes point forward so they come off your mat in line with your left knee. We're gonna rise to standing on your left knee, arms to the sky. Breathe in. You can always take them out wide at shoulder height. Exhale, gate pose, right hand down your right leg, left arm reaches up and over. Breathe here. Notice the space being created wherever that is for you. Inhale back towards center, either arm to the sky or out wide at shoulder height. And exhale to a supported side plank, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up and over. And then there's lots of options here. Maybe you hover your right foot, find your right foot behind you if you want to work into a little bit more balance or more flexibility. Otherwise, create the stability, the strength, strong core, nice stacked position. One more big inhale. Exhale, release back to your tabletop. Find your way down however you want to get there. And move around a little. Child's pose if it's calling your name, cow and cat if that feels nice to reset your spine. We've got one more side, but there's no rush to get there. From your neutral tabletop, knees together. This time extend your left leg behind you, breathe in. Take it out to your left as you exhale. So plant your foot, find that alignment. Rise to standing on your right knee and left foot, arms to the sky or out wide, breathe in. Exhale to your gate pose, left hand down your left leg, right arm up and over. Really pay attention to what your body's saying, where you feel sensation. Continue to breathe consciously with awareness. So nice. Inhale back to center, arms to the sky or arms out wide. And exhale that supported side plank, right hand down. And please know that you can always adjust. Our bodies are so different. So find the alignment that works in your own body. And this practice is great for allowing us to create that proprioception, awareness of where our body is in space. And that takes some time. Sometimes we feel like it looks a certain way and it totally doesn't. That's okay. Back to your tabletop. Inhale, release your left knee down. Use your exhale in the next couple rounds of breath to move in any way that you like. We will meet in downward facing dog. There's no rush to arrive ever. And notice where you feel sensation in down dog. Is it through the back of your legs? Is it in your shoulders? Is it along your spine, somewhere else entirely? Can you exaggerate the length from the tip of your tailbone all the way down the crown of your head? For me, that means bending my knees and pressing my chest to my thighs a little bit more. For you, that may be something different. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float toward your hands, top of your mat, forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Rise up, reach up. You can reach your arms forward, out wide, keep them at shoulder height. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Right hand finds your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right. And you can stay, you can drop your right hand down your leg. You can always take your left hand to your hip if it doesn't feel good to reach up and over. Bring yourself back to center, breathe in. Switch hands, switch directions. Left hand finds your right wrist, up and over. Left arm down your leg, right hand to your hip. Tons of variations. Back to center, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Lift halfway, inhale. Imagine more length through your spine. Hug your shoulder blades together and down your back. Exhale, fold, left foot steps back this time. Lower your left knee down to your mat. Feel free to stay. Doesn't have to be the same on this side, or take the variation you did on the other. Hands down, hands to thigh, arms to the sky. And then try to even out your hip bones. Your front leg wants to pull that hip forward. See if you can gently draw it back. Make sure that both hip bones are kind of facing forward like headlights, and then maybe a gentle press forward, if that feels okay for you. Always breathing, most important part. Nice, Sam. I can hear her breath so well. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands down. Lift your back knee. Take it to a three-legged dog. Right leg floats up and back. Breathe in. Open your hip, bend your knee, exhale. Movement, stillness, your choice on how this looks and feels. When you're ready, release your right foot down to meet your left. Shift forward, high plank, upper push-up. Exhale, you can drop your knees or just lower halfway, maybe all the way to your belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog, press it up and back. A nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let go of something. And that might be your own idea of flexibility. Once more, breathe in. Attachment to what your practice should look like or feel like. Bend your knees, inhale, look to your hands. Travel to the top of your mat, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward folds, release. Rise all the way to standing, however you like to transition, inhale. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. Inhale to your chair pose, Utkatasana. And then exhale, find cactus arms or goalpost arms, however you want to think about these. Shoulders down your back, elbows wide. See if that can open your chest without flaring your ribs. So find some strength in your core that'll support your low back, and then a little bit more depth in your legs. Press into your heels. Breathe into heat, sensation, challenge. Maybe this is easy and fun for you, not so much for me, but it's a pose I still come back to. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back. Rise to a high crescent lunge. So create stability in your legs, squeeze your inner thighs. Arms to the sky. Remember, you can always take them wide. Hands to heart, cactus arms. Option to take a little side bend here. So if you like, left hand can find your right wrist, lean up and over. You can bend your right elbow, take a little half cow face arms. You could take your arm across your chest. Whatever you decide. See if you can keep your hips even. Keep your legs strong, your core engaged. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Sink your hips, send your heart forward, breathe in. As you exhale, a little modified pyramid or a cat lunge, begin to straighten out your left leg, round through your upper back. And there might still be a deep bend into your left knee, that's okay, breathe here. Rebend into your left knee. Pivot your right heel flat, open up to warrior two. Front heel in line with back heel or arch. Settle into your legs, reach long through your fingertips, really relax your shoulders. And then take a moment to flip your palms up. See if that changes how your shoulders and arms feel. You can stay like that, or keep that space maybe that you created and flip your palms back down. Legs stay the same. Reverse warrior, reach up and back, left arm to the sky, right hand down your right leg. Exhale to side angle, left forearm to your thigh, right arm to the sky. So option here to take a cactus with your right arm, play with straightening and cactusing, or maybe some big circles into your right shoulder. Just working into a little bit more mobility without overdoing it. One more round of breath. Reverse triangle, inhale, reach up and back, left leg straight, left arm to the sky. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot. Three-legged dog, breathe in, left leg up and back. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Some movement again, or a chance to flip for wild thing. Left foot falls behind you, left arm reaches forward. You can play with extension. You can take your left hand behind your head, lean into your hand. Big circles in your left arm, nice sound. Play. Back to three-legged dog. If you flipped, find core strength. Toes point down with your left leg, so you're lifting from your heel, breathe in. Exhale, cross your left knee to your right elbow or shoulder. We'll take fallen triangle. Left leg extends to the side. Right heel pivots flat, so you're grounded through your right foot. Right arm reaches high. And if this feels like too much, drop your left knee below you, take that supported side plank. Beautiful place to build strength, openness. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hand down. Your way to downward facing dog if you'd like a child's pose, a cow and cat, a little pause or a moment to reset. Please remember that that's always, always available. Full breath in. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath, let it go. Again, inhale. Lion's breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Make your way toward your hands, exhale. Lift halfway, find space. Forward fold, let it all go. Stand tall, breathe in, inhale, upward salute, or maybe hands just reach forward. Exhale, hands to your heart. Chair pose, Utkatasana, inhale to sit deep. Take those cactus arms once again, and you can stay with cactus arms. You can reach your hands back like you're wearing a cape, or you can even interlace your hands behind your back to open up your chest a little bit more. We're gonna stay in the chair leg, so rather than folding like we often do, keep this strength as you're creating openness across your chest, through your shoulders, and of course as you're breathing. One more inhale. Fold forward, exhale, let it all go. You can release your hands. You can stay in a fold with your hands bound if you like. Lift halfway as you inhale. Hands down, left foot steps back. Make your way to a high crescent lunge. Strong through your legs to rise. And then whatever you like with your arms, keep them here. Hands to heart, cactus. Or if you took that side bend on the other side, right hand finds your left wrist, lean to your right. Or right hand finds your left tricep, lean to the side. Notice how any variation changes your awareness, your perception. Hands overhead, inhale. Release your hands down to the ground as you exhale. Take a breath in, sink your hips, reach your heart forward. That modified pyramid as you exhale, right leg works towards straight. And feet are nice and long on your mat on purpose. So allow that space to let you gently create depth. Awesome, rebend into your right knee, breathe in. Pivot your left heel flat, exhale, open up to warrior two. Couple breaths here, a few breaths here. You can flip your palms if that was helpful. Do whatever else you need to relax your shoulders. If this feels like a lot on your shoulders, always a different variation. Maybe add a smile to your face, that helps me. Legs stay the same. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Create that space along your side once more. Exhale to your side angle, right forearm down, left arm reaches up. And then you can cactus your arm here, play with bending and straightening the big circles with your left arm. Just notice how that joint feels. Where you can breathe a little bit more space, fluidity, or where you might need to pause, hold, and create structure. One more breath. Reverse triangle, reach up and back, right leg straight, right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot. Three-legged dog, right leg floats to the sky. Open your hip, bend your knee. Stay, flip for wild thing if you flipped on the other side. Take the variation that you like with your right arm if you're flipping, hand behind your head or big circles. And if you're staying in three-legged dog, just notice what happens here. I'm not a huge stickler in my own body. It's okay if my shoulder lifts, my hip lifts, but I'm aware of that. If you want more structure, you might drop your shoulders so they're even and focus just on your leg. If you flipped, bring yourself back to a three-legged dog with control. We'll all square our hips, lift from our heel, breathe in. Take right knee to left elbow, exhale. Fallen triangle, extend your legs straight. Left heel flat, left arm up. This can be a lot on your shoulders, so remember you can always drop your right knee. Find a sense of lift, a sense of lightness. Keep breathing. Full inhale. Exhale, release your hand down and make your way to a child's pose, a down dog, a seat, a dolphin on your forearms. Many, many options, and if you don't know what I'm talking about as far as the pose names, just move in the way that your body's asking. Try not to overthink it. We get really caught up in our heads, and the goal is to be in our bodies. 5 full rounds of breath. Slow it down. Be here right now. Make your way to a downward facing dog if you're not yet there. And we'll take it with our feet wide. So you can bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat or in that direction. I like hands a little closer to feet. Feel free to adjust as you like. Right hands to your left ankle. Take a little twist toward your left. Notice where you feel space. If you want to bend a knee, if you want to pull yourself further, or if you just like to stay in a more simple version. My challenge is always to do less in my practice rather than do more. And then switch sides. Right hand down, left hand to your right leg. Keep shoulders out of your ears. Keep your hands pressing into your mat. Or one hand, I suppose. And then release. We'll take this to Malasana, yogi squat. You can step, you can hop, feet come outside your wrists. Yep, or hands can walk back. Wasn't very clear there. Make your way into your squat, heels in, toes out, hands to your heart. And a block of cushion, something underneath your bum can be really helpful to lift yourself up. Or this might look more like a chair if you'd rather be a little bit more towards standing. Open your chest, slide your shoulders down your back. Breathe into this. One more inhale. Exhale, forward folds. Keep your feet wide. Let your head and neck relax. Nod your head yes gently. Shake your head no gently. And then heel toe your feet back in toward each other. And feel free to adjust on your mat if you're backwards, want to walk forward. If you're near the middle, want to walk forward, it's up to you. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. All the way to standing. However you'd like to take your arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, back to your chair pose. Sit low, Utkatasana. And we'll take figure four, hands to your heart. Left ankle over your right thigh to start. Flex your toes, send your hips back. A wall can be handy here to find stability. Imagine hugging everything toward the center line of your body. This may be plenty. If you'd like more of a balance challenge or more depth, you can play with cradling your arm around your shin, right arm around your foot, left arm around your knee, or even bringing both hands to your right ankle or the ground. Breathe wherever you are. Find one more inhale. Exhale to a crossed ankled fold. Left foot slides down your right leg. Release your hands down. And if you want to be more in the center of your mat, you can heel toe your feet around or back to center. Nod your head yes, breathe in. Shake your head no, breathe out. Gently crawl your hands to the left, lean your hips a little bit to your right. Notice where you feel this. For me, it's outer edge of my right hip and glute. And then through center to the other side. Come back towards center. We'll take it to standing split. So hands forward, weight into your left foot, the foot that's crossed on top. Your right foot is going to reach to the sky. Full breath in. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale to high crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Exhale, exalt. Left hand reaches to your back leg. Right arm reaches up. And maybe a slight bend backwards. Squeeze in, find the strength and stability that allows you to create the depth and flexibility, always that balance. Without strength, stability, maybe just flop all over the place, wet noodles. Full breath in. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach it up and back. Exhale, back to your side angle. You can bring your forearm to your thigh, your hand inside or outside your foot. Maybe arm straight up to the sky, right arm, or right arm over your head extended. Another option is to take a half bind, right arm behind your back. A full bind if that's accessible, left arm inside and underneath, but not necessarily the goal. Or if you like that cactus bending or big circles, stay in the movement. I personally often find more space when I move through a stretch rather than when I hold. that more dynamic stretching sensation. Two more breaths, shoulders out of your ears, chest open, spine long. Breathe in. Exhale to a lizard pose. Release your hands down inside your left foot, shimmy it out to the side. Palms flat, forearms down, knee down. More active, some movements. More passive, a twist or a release. Let's take a good 3 to 5 breaths here, depending on the length of your breath. So really feel where you need space, what your body is asking for right now. Palms down if you're on your forearms. Lift your back knee. If it's lower, take your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Breathe in. You might have to adjust. Exhale, left knee to right elbow or shoulder. Back to your fallen triangle or perhaps that supported side plank. I've got a little spider friend dancing around on my mat. You can stay if you want to build more strength through your core. Imagine leaning back a little. See if you can hover your left foot off the ground. It may not be high. For me, it's not happening today. Another option is right hand comes down to find your left foot. I kind of bend my right knee, and then I play with extending it straight out in front of me, or maybe toward the front of your mat. And know that even if you're not warm enough to get there today or open enough, eventually it might happen. And then also remember, it's just a pose. Big breath in. Exhale, release it down. Your vinyasa to down dog, to a child's pose, to a seat, to any stretches. For me, it's my wrists today, my shoulders. Find all that stuff that will help you feel reset, ready for the second side. And try to let go of whatever just happened that first side. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step, hop, floats, top of your mat. Exhale. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Stand up, reach out, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to figure four, right ankle crosses over your left thigh. Flex your toes, hips back. A few really good breaths here. Feel strong, maybe feel depth, hips back. The cradle, arms around your right shin or hands to your bottom ankle or the ground. Continue to breathe. Let's take one more full round of breath. Just an inhale. Exhale to a crossed ankle fold. Right foot slides down your left leg. Hands release down to the ground. Nod yes, breathe in. Shake it no, breathe it out. Let your hands crawl gently right. Your hips lean a little bit left. Notice where you feel that. And then back through center to the other side. Come back to center, adjust your feet if you like. We're gonna take this to a standing splits. Weight forward into your hands and into your right foot. Left leg reaches up and back. Big breath in, lift. Exhale, step it all the way back. Set up for your crescent lunge, rise up, inhale. Stay or exhale, exalt, right hand toward your back leg. So it's a little bit of a twist, maybe a little bit of a back bend. I personally imagine keeping my hips in line, squeezing inner thighs to find the stability, and then a little bit of depth. Shoulders down your back, breath is strong. Full inhale. Exhale to warrior two, open it to the side. Reverse warrior, breathe in, reach up and back. Side angle as you exhale, your version. Options again, arm to the sky, extend arm overhead. Movement, cactus, big circles, half or full bind. Wherever you are, especially if you're taking a bind, try to keep the integrity of the pose. So if you're looking up at the screen, Sam's got a beautiful example, keeping her torso off her thigh, her spine really long. If that's not happening, stay a little bit more upright. Two more full rounds of breath. Take just a breath in. Exhale, release to lizard pose. Undo any binds. Set your right foot out to the side a little, hands down, knee down, forearms down. Stillness movement. Find what feels best right now. And continue to use your breath. Let's take 2 more rounds. Palms down, back knee lifted if it's lower. Take this to 3-legged dog. Sweep it up and back. And then cross your right knee toward your left elbow or shoulder. Fall in triangle one more time. Leg extends, left heel flat, left arm up, or maybe right knee down for supported side plank. Stay. Lean back if you want to hover your foot, more core strength. If you want to reach your left hand to your right knee, you can always bend your left knee, kind of sending your weight back. Maybe re-extend, maybe start to pull it forward. Just honoring where you are right now. What flexibility your body feels, so nice. Full breath in. And then exhale, release. Your way to a child's pose, a tabletop, a seat. Passing through your vinyasa transition. If you like, chaturanga to up dog, back to down dog. And then another little pause. I think of this as like a moment to gather my thoughts, to gather my body back in, to come back to my breath. Inhale to downward facing dog. Stay for your exhale. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step, hop, or float through to a seat, whatever that looks like as you exhale. For me, it's a step forward, a lower down. You might be able to hop through. We'll take this to boat pose. Hands behind your legs, lean back. Lift your chest, lift your shins. One at a time is totally fine. Arms wide if you want more. Legs straight, arms to the sky. Try to keep openness through your chest. So space, but also strength through your core to support your back. Big breath in. Exhale, release your feet down. Let your left knee fall out to the side, right leg extend out in front of you. Both arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, lean forward over your right leg. And this could be more upright with a flat back. This could be rounding forward. Oftentimes with one leg straight versus both straight, we can find a little bit more space. If you're feeling a lot of low back, or if you want to take this into a twist, get more into your side body, you can take your right hand on top of or inside of your right leg, maybe even forearm. Left arm reaches up and over for more of a twisted version. And we'll move into one more kind of challenge shape after this. But know that this is a perfect prep for it. So you can always come back to this. Slowly release any counter movements. That might be left hand down, lift your hips, lift your right arm. That might be simply switching out your legs, shaking them out. Draw your right knee out to the side when you're ready. Both arms to the sky, inhale. Lean forward over your leg. More active, flat back, more passive, rounding forward. Try them both on, see which one you prefer. Or if you played with the twisted side bending version on the other side, left hand on top of or inside of your left leg, right arm extends up and over. As your sides feel even, lift yourself back out. Find your counter movements of choice. And release back down. You can keep your left leg extended. You can always bend your knee. With your right leg, you're going to make a little cradle for your shin. Call it a shradle sometimes. Left arm around your foot, right arm around your knee. And that may not happen. You may kind of feel like you're far away. That's fantastic. Stay. Go back into that head to knee shape. Or yeah, move a little side to side. For me, that movement feels really good. We'll play with compass and steps into it. This is step 1, stay here if this feels like you're already challenging yourself enough. If this is getting somewhere for you flexibility-wise, if you want a little bit more, right hand comes inside your leg to your right calf. Your left hand goes over the top to the outside edge of your foot. And then I imagine hooking my knee over my shoulder underneath my knee. And this may be plenty too. So you might stay right here, kind of in this awkward rounded shape, like a little elephant trunk. Or if you've got the space, and please don't force it, right hand is gonna go out to the side. Try to sit up, and then maybe play with straightening out your right leg and look up and underneath your left arm. And you may not be warm enough for this today either. Very similar shape to maybe finding that foot in your fallen triangle, maybe taking that head to knee with a twist. When that feels like enough, release it out, extend your right leg, reset, a little shake, a little wiggle, and then left leg comes in for your little cradle. Hand to foot, hand to knee, arm around your foot, left arm around your knee. If you want some space, move, stay into another shape, that head to knee variation. And I always think of it as steps and staying in the step that feels most appropriate that day, letting the ego kind of take a pause, honoring where your body is. Hang out here, or left hand inside to your left calf, right hand over the top to the outside edge of your left foot. A little tuck of your shoulder underneath your knee, or knee over your shoulder. Stay and feel this. You might feel a lot here. Or left hand out to the side. Begin to play with straightening out and looking up and underneath your right arm. So a little bit of twist, lots of side body, lots of shoulder, obviously lots of hamstrings and hips. And for you might feel it someplace else entirely. Notice where that is. And maybe you play with, what are the places I need to open up to get into these shapes? It could be different than me. When that feels like enough, release it out. Shake out your legs, roll your shoulders, any other movements. Maybe it's a little eagle arms to stretch your back, both sides. We'll take it onto our back, so if you're ready to go there, please feel free to find your way down slowly. And gently hug your knees into your chest. A rock side to side. Massage a little bit. And then I'll give you a couple minutes to take anything else you want. A bridge, a happy baby, a twist, all of the above, or something else entirely. But move with the same awareness of both flexibility and stability, that strength and mobility balanced together. Not always pushing further or deeper on either side, but creating a safe environment for you to practice awareness, maybe a little challenge, maybe a little extra love, and simplifying, backing off, depending on your day and what you need. If you're taking something to one side, you might find your way into the other. And eventually, as we move into shavasana, if you need more time, always please feel free to stay. On your back for your final rest in a seat, eyes closed, eyes soft, face relaxed. Let go of any last sense of control. A chance to really be present. To once again notice the sensations, the things that your body's telling you. And to meet those with love, contentment, gratitude, or a little patience and understanding. You can absolutely stay here or begin to add in some movements, a rock of your head, a wiggle of your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch your arms above you, full extension. And come up to a seat if you're not yet in a seated position. A little pause there. Tall spine. Hands together in front of your heart, really honoring yourself and the time you took out of your day to be present, to move, to breathe. Honor those who have come before us and those who will come after us, our connection. We'll just bow our heads in silence to close out this practice. Thanks, guys. Please feel free to take your time getting up. Let me know if you have questions, requests, and I will see you very soon.